What's going on, sports card collectors? I'm back 2 days in a row now with another video. Today, though, I wanted to give an update of what's been going on. I've had a couple deliveries go out. I have one going out tomorrow. And then I wanted to talk about tonight's games. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the NBA playoffs. Tonight we have the Heat and the Bucks. And if I'm looking off to the left, it's because I have a cheat sheet here off to my side. Heat versus the Bucks and Rockets versus the Thunder. Rockets and Thunder. Rockets trying to put them away. Keys to the game here, I think, for the Rockets, though, to continue on is going to be the play of Eric Gordon and Daniel House. I see there's some inconsistencies with Daniel House and sometimes Eric Gordon. I think if those two can stay hot and keep going throughout, the Rockets have a real chance to move on in the next round once they get past the Thunder, although it won't be easy because they'll be playing the Lakers. The Heat for the versus the Bucks. This is the first game for the second round. This is a matchup problem, I think, for the Bucks. The keys of the game, honestly, in my opinion, is going to be Wesley Matthews and DiVincenzo. Can't even say his name right. Sorry about that. The reason why DiVincenzo is going to be important in Matthews, you got Bledsoe that is dealing with a hamstring injury, is day to day. And that is going to be a nagging injury for him throughout the rest of the playoffs. So I think unless they can sweep to give him a couple days rest, you're going to see an issue with the Bledsoe. He's going to be a non-factor, which means the focus is going to be on Giannis and Chris Middleton. So those two guys need to step up. On the flip side of that, for the Heat, we know what we're going to get out of Jimmy Butler. We know we're going to get out of Dragic because he's the veteran. My two keys, I know most people would look at this and say we need to look at Duncan Robinson. I think the keys to the Miami Heat is Bam Adebayo and his interior game. Last game he had 14 points and 19 rebounds. That's what we need to get out of him every game for them to move on. And then Tyler Hero. He had 16 points the last game. I think if Bam and Tyler Hero can continue to make their contribution, the Miami Heat will pull off the upset against the Bucks. So with that, let's move on. Let's talk about grading. I have, most of you know that I do GMA. I have not sent out a GMA order in a while. I was going to do one 3 weeks ago until COVID hit the house, and I've been out of the house. I will be officially back in tomorrow to my house, so I'll no longer be living out of a bag. Again, my office is down in my basement, so it's secluded away from everything. So I will not be living out of a bag anymore. I'm looking forward to sleeping in my own bed. But what I did do is process an order for GMA. I did a 20-card submission. It's actually, I have the box right off here. It's all ready to go. A priority mail. It'll be going out tomorrow morning. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. This one, I'm going to be reselling these. These are to flip over. These are part of my collection that I had that I got out of packs. Instead of just selling them raw, I decided to go ahead and get them graded for maybe a little bit more money out of them. And I mean, I sent out like Jamal Murray, Bol, Jimmy Butler. I did send out a Luka. There's a Giannis, there's a Chris Middleton, Kawhi Leonard, RJ Barrett, Marcus Smart, Tatum, Kuzma, Davis, and LeBron James. So that's just a mix. So that'll give you a good one when I do the video and post it when I get it back. I'll be curious to see the turnaround times. I've seen, 10, 11 days. I think my last order was 11 days, and that's because the weekend fell in on there. So I would have got it sooner. But I am definitely looking to see what the turnaround time is. So it'll ship out tomorrow's Tuesday. Alan will probably receive it on Thursday, Friday at the latest. So we go into the weekend. I expect it to ship out next week sometime. On the flip side, I am also part of a group, and everybody knows if you've been keeping track, as SGC has gained momentum, especially with Beckett and PSA, their lead times, which are ridiculous, 6-month wait or longer. I'm sorry, unless you're just a collector and that's all you are, then I guess you can wait the 6 to 8 months. For me, I don't collect as much as I actually just do it for the hobby. I do have a collection, but mainly I just sell. So when I open up these packs or these blaster box like I did last night, the Chronicles, those all go on for sale. I don't add them into my personal collection. I'm selling it. I'm flipping it around and selling it, fairly cheap price, and then shipping it out economy, which goes into a plain white envelope, which this week I will do a video on and how I ship out plain white envelope. But part of that SGC group, there's a gentleman by the name of Eric who you can ship the cards to him. And I know there's other groups that Beckett, you can do that. PSA, you can do that. And then they can submit them bulk. And a lot of times your bulk orders will take priority, or if you, instead of you just shipping the cards yourself. So for my first submission, I do have some SGC cards that I bought online. But for my first submission, I'm sending 11 cards. And actually, one of the cards is a BGS Panini Dominion bronze. It's got Lonzo Ball. It's got, I can't even remember now, Mitchell, Dennis Smith Jr., and somebody else on there. And so it's got their little patches on there. So it's a quad card. It was graded in 9.5 with Beckett. The centering was 9.5. The corners was 9.5. The reason why I sent it to SGC is when I bought it and it was listed in there, the casing's all cracked. I thought about sending it back to BGS and have it reslabbed, encapsulated, but I decided, you know what, I think this card would look better with the tuxedo black going around the edge, so I'm sending that to do a crossover in hopes that it still gets the same grade once they get it out of there, and then they put it in their casing. Then my other 10 cards that I'm sending out to them are actually part of the Chronicles blaster box break that I did last night. So I'm sending out the Zions, I'm sending out the Jaws, I'm sending out a My House purple Tatum, a My House silver Tatum. I actually purchased those online. I'm sending out a Damian Lillard blue prism. It's this year's, but it's it's 112 out of 199, I believe. And then I'm sending out a Damian Lillard Cyber Monday Future Frames, which is out of 99. And then, yeah, so that quad card was Ball, Fox, Smith Jr., and Mitchell. So to me, that's a sharp card. Lonzo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, Dennis Smith Jr., and Devin Mitchell. So I'm curious on that one and how it comes back. So for my first submission, I'm going to submit them, and actually, quite honestly, when they come back, they're going to go online for sale. So I'm trying to change things up. I have a lot of cards to put on. I think there's over 700 cards on my eBay page that are raw. There's some graded in there too, and it just gets tiring after a while listing all these common cards. I know some people sell them in lots. I don't deal with a whole lot of lots. I just sell the common card for $1.25, and then it ships out for 85 cents. And that just does cover some of my costs for materials like paper and envelopes. And then I use stamps.com. So I'll post another link down below like I did in my video last night. If anybody wants to get on stamps.com, I love it because I don't have to go to the post office to get stamps. I can print the stamps right here in my office, and you can do labels also. And I know you can do the labels through eBay. But like when I ship out to GMA or SGC, I go right through stamps.com and get the same discount. So I'm not going right through the USPS. So I do appreciate everybody that's followed and their feedback. I always love the feedback. It's great. I like getting to meet people. I like getting to meet what everybody's collecting, or the excitement when they get their cards back and somebody will shoot me an email. Hey, I got my cards back and I got X amount of 10s and I got X amount of 9s. I enjoy that. I share that same excitement with you guys, same as you sharing the same excitement with me when I get my orders back in. So, if you haven't already, please, hit the little button down below and subscribe. Consider hitting the bell so you can get notified when we do post another video. This will be a busier week because, like I said, I'm going to do a video on plain white envelope shipping and how I do it. And then there'll probably be another box break this week. And then we'll consider putting together possibly a contest as well. You can follow us on Instagram at k.b.sportscards. And then there's also a link from there to our YouTube, and you can check out our eBay page. As always, guys, I do appreciate those that are already following me and subscribed. I appreciate those that will be subscribing in the future. Please feel free to subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I just keep it simple, keep it laid back and going, guys. You know me by now with the videos I've put up. Nothing, high level here. I'm not a big baller with money here. I'm not made of it. Budget collector. And I know there's some guys' names out there with the YouTube that are budget collecting or collecting on a budget. And that is me also, but still in it for the thrill of the sport and thrill of it for the sport card collecting. So guys, feel free to hit me up, shoot me a message anytime. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time.